Good morning. Here we are on the Friday morning, so the show is officially open now. This is just in the main kind of town square. You might want to call it that. There's some weird and wonderful things around. There's the Jeans Beetle there. I don't know quite how that got in the show, but still. Very early cabrio. Zzz. More than one. And all your head mullers and your cabrios hanging out, and then this thing. Someone's obviously made this. The Beetle engine under the front there, look. And then there's your gearbox and your gear lever coming up into there. For those of you guys who don't know, Hessisch is supposed to be 57 and before. So we're talking oval Beetles and splits, and then coachbuilts. There's rare, weird and wonderful coachbuilts here. And then very early bando buses, that kind of thing. I think that's the row of head mullers over there. Is that the row of Hebs? No. Let's go and look at the Hebs. Is that a Papler 4-door police car? Or is it the head muller version? The green one here, because Papler made those for the police, didn't they? But head muller also made them. I forget how to tell the difference. Is that 9 head mullers just there? Isn't that crazy? Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Danke. Oh, the prototypes are there, look. They were here last night. You know, you don't go down to Lidl, do you, and see these in the car park. Isn't that great? Ah, this will be the Papler one then, won't it? If the other green one over there was the head muller 4-door police one, then that means this will be the one made by Papler in the early 50s. Interesting little bulge on the engine lid there. I wonder what that's for. Wow, is this a Butler? I think this is a Butler, you know.
Yeah.
It is, it's a Butler. My word, I'm a big nerd. I knew what this was. It's got the, it's like an oval dashboard grille look. What a pretty little thing. Oh, and a Romex Lawrence. There, look. And then there's the Denzel again. Oof. And what's this red one? What's this going to be? What do we think? Oh, another Denzel. What do we think this one might be? VW Verga Special from 56. One-off prototype. So not something I've ever seen before. Oh, looks a bit basic in there, guys. Let's have a look around the back of this little beauty. Look at those back windows. Oh, isn't that great? Well, there's me looking at this unidentified white one, and I think I've just seen something I like a bit more. I think this is a Dannenhauer and Strauss, you know. It was a coach built. There was a coach building company called Dannenhauer and Strauss, and I think they took, what did they take? Did they take 356s to make these? Oh, what does this say? I was right about the Dannenhauer and Strauss. Look at that, what a beautiful dash. Again, look, with the oval dashboard grille. This is the kind of thing Hessisch is famous for, though. If you're ever going to want to find something like a Dannenhauer and Strauss, then you need to come to Hessisch or maybe Camberg, and you'll see a few. Beautiful place. So I'm going to leave behind the Dannenhauer and Strauss and the country buggies and that beautiful 356 over there. I'm going to pass this beautiful Butler. My friend is waiting across the town square there with my beer. I think it's about time I headed back there. What do you say? Guys, it is just so hot here today. It's got to be low 30s and mid 30s centigrade. Absolutely melting. I'm just here in front of the row of SP2s. It's an incredible lineup. Let's have a look. Just a moment, I'll turn you around. Let's go and have a look. It's an incredible display of SP2s here this year. Look at these. They're such cool cars. I mean, coming from England, you really don't see SP2s here in England. This is the split window bug that won the Volkswagen show this year. It's Bordeaux red, isn't it? I love a bit of Bordeaux red. Look at that. Right hand drive, ragtop deluxe split window Beetle. Beautifully detailed engine. Beautiful paint. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I love Bordeaux red. Welcome to Hessisch. Here's Sweden's oldest camper, 1950 barn door. Oh, this one's the one that Irv has just restored, hasn't he? Irv's Restos. I watched that getting restored on Instagram over the last few months, 2 or 3 months. An amazing job how you can't see how any of the blending in has been done. They've done a fantastic job on that. All these barn doors, look. It's perfect one. Look how straight the sides are.
That's what Ricky said. It's the boring.
More barn doors. You know how maybe you go to a Volkswagen show and there might be a barn door or two? Is this another Bordeaux red? Oh God. It's just teasing me. Hessisch Oldendorf is just teasing me with all these beautiful old vehicles. Let's have a look in the, I'll show you in the registration building. It was absolute carnage in there this morning. There was a queue for over an hour to get into this building this morning. This is where you buy your merchandise. Woo. You know, I've been to Hessisch a few times now, and they're always remembered as being the, you know, the rainy Hessisch or the cool Hessisch or the warm Hessisch. This one's just going to be remembered as the insanely hot Hessisch. So wherever you are in the world, cheers. Well, right then, this being the first video of my YouTube channel, I've just made a friend. What's your name, mate?
Henry.
Henry, where are you from? He's
Finland.
You come from Finland?
Yeah, from Lapland.
Excellent.
Yeah, Santa is my neighbor.
I've seen so many videos from Finland. Your car mad.
Yeah.
Your car crazy over there. Isn't this this is what happens in Hessisch. You meet friends wherever you go.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, mate.
Yeah, you too. Have a nice time.
Oh, you too. Take care. See, welcome to Hessisch. Welcome to Carmengia Street. Carmengia Strasse. All these low lights. I'm in my happy place. Right then, people, depending on how much of a nerd you are, you'll know exactly what this is. It might look flipping ugly and horrible and useless, but it's actually really important if you're a Volkswagen nerd. This is a Plattenwagen. It was used in the factory, in the Wolfsburg factory, during the war and just after the war, I think. And they made it out of beetle bits so they could drive parts around the factory. And it was allegedly it was the inspiration for the Type 2. There was someone somewhere saw that and thought, hey, why don't we make a Type 2 type vehicle out of this factory? And then the rest is history. Ben Pond did his design, didn't he, on the back of a fag packet, and there you go. I've never seen one before, but there you go. That's a Plattenwagen. This one here is quite an important car, guys. This is a Romech 4-door Volkswagen taxi. Now there really aren't very many of these left. I suppose in the 50s there was a call for they needed taxis in the early 50s, and Volkswagens were making loads and loads of Beetles, obviously, but it wasn't very easy to get into them as a taxi, because you had to push the front seat forward and everything. So this company called Romech, which is a coach builder, and they made the Romech Lawrence, which is over there, the black and yellow one. They made a 4-door Volkswagen taxi. There aren't many of these left in the world. I think there's a couple in America maybe, and there's this one which I think belongs to the Grundmanns. It's usually in their museum. I sat in the back of it a few years ago when I came to Hessisch and went to the museum. But these are really rare and really cool. And there you go, look, a Romech 4-door Volkswagen taxi. Yeah, this is my new friend who's the owner of the beautiful Lawrence here. Do you mind telling me just a little bit about it, just a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah, why
About
not?
Basically there were 85 builds from 1957 until 1961 by the coach builder Grundmanns in Berlin. First they built the Bisco and then they built the Lawrence. I bought this car I think more than 15 years ago, and it was a lot of restoration. It took a long time, but it's not easy to restore these kind of cars. It's all aluminium and it's a lot of work.
All
to get it.
hand-built aluminium.
Hand-built aluminium, and then nothing fits. It's the problem with if you try to fit a door from another car, it won't fit. If you try to fit a number, every car is uniquely hand-built. So it's
It's amazing you have just one of them, but to have some more as well, more than one of these things.
I'm a researcher, I'm a tracer, so I also get the registry, and I get in contact with all the owners, and sometimes an owner said I don't want to have it, and then okay, if they don't want to restore it, I said okay, what do you want for it? And if the price was nice enough, I just bought them. So I bought.
You're like the Romech Lawrence guru.
Yes.
You're like
yes.
There you go, the guru of the Romech Lawrence. 3-wheel, and the engine is here.
The engine is here.
Look at that!
Wow.
And it's a three-wheel schlepper. Absolutely crazy. Okay, now you might be fooled into thinking that we've come to Hessisch Oldendorf here to see the vintage Volkswagens and the rare coach-built cars and the rows of Hebmullers. No, look, this is what it's all about. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's incredible. 9 sealing wax red and chestnut brown Sambas parked up together. This is just ridiculous now. How many razor edge gears? How many Type 34s? And the prototypes of the cabriolet ones look now as well. What about that? If you've ever wondered what a cabriolet Type 34 looks like inside, there you go. Now, this interesting little creation is the responsibility of a young master, Thomas Schuster, who's quite active on Instagram. He loves his Hazard equipment, and I think Hazard, the company, have even sent him some tools and things as a recognition of what he's been doing for Hazard with his oval that he's made and painted up in their colours. And if that wasn't enough, making an oval window to advertise Hazard, he's made this as well. Look at that. Well done, Thomas. That's fantastic, mate. There's a lot of hard work in this. Well done. It's nice to see it. Well, what the heck have we got here? Look at this. There's a fire bus. Is that a Formula V, do you think? A Formula V here. Proper old speed 356. And a beautiful garnet red. What's that, early 60s? 60 maybe. Towing an Ariba Puck. Imagine if that was the front of your house. How much? How long would it take for your friends to all come round? Well then, ladies and gents, this isn't something you see every day either. This is an Ensman. I think these are fiberglass. They were made in the 50s on a Beetle chassis, I think. Really don't see very many. I'm sure they're fiberglass. Obviously rear engine air cooled, 5-stud wheels. No seat belts, but you've got a handy little pad there for the passenger to bang their head on when you have a crash. How about that? Who can fill me in here? Who can help me here? What's this? It does have a very Porsche front end. But I'm puzzled by this one, I must admit. They've made it rain, ladies and gentlemen. They've made it rain with a huge big fan squirting water. Shall we? We've got to, haven't we? We've got to go through it. And again. That was really bad.
In Regenbogenfarben, man sieht sie überall. Regenbogenfahnen.
Now, one of the things I've always loved so much about Hessisch is how all the town gets involved. It's not just, a show in a field. Of course you can see all the cars down the street here, but look, even in the shop windows, they really go to town. I mean, there's a Beetle in that shop. But all the shop windows are full of little Volkswagen trinkets. Look, here is the optician's shop. And how everyone in the town joins in with the festival. There's little caps and engine lids, and just in the shop windows in the town. For those of you that don't know about this is what they call a VW38. It's one of the very first Beetle. Was it a prototype or was it one of the very first ones made in 1938? I don't remember it. It might be old number 6. Well, that looks like the end of our trip to Hessisch Oldendorf now. We're just lining up for the ferry home from Dunkirk back to England. We've had a fantastic time. It's been a really good few days. We've seen some amazing cars. We've seen a world record number of 1950 Bandor buses lined up. The most there's ever been apparently in the world. A grand total of 7. We've seen Schwimmenwagens galore, Coachbuilts, we've seen Romichers, we've seen Dannenhauer and Staus, we've seen Porsches, all kinds of wonderful and crazy vehicles. If I had to try and think of a negative for this show, I'd say maybe it's even getting a bit too big. It's even getting a bit too successful for its own boost. There's thousands and thousands of people there this year. It was so crowded. And a lot of people are complaining about the lack of metal plaques. I couldn't seem to get a plaque. I was lucky because I got one. Right, but that's it. We're off home to England. I'm going to have a massive cup of tea. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've liked it, give me a like, and I'll maybe see you on the next one. All right, bye.